wants us to understand that it doesn't matter if he had to face them all by himself, because there are some separate occasions and circumstances where God will lead us by ourselves. All that matters is that he did what he could do when he could do it. And that's a message for somebody here today, is that God is just asking you to do what you can. Some father is in here today and you ain't talked to your children in years. And I want you to know today, Father, that you need to do what you can do. You can text them. You can call them. You need to let them know that, yeah, I messed up, but I ain't talking about that. I just need you to know that I'm here for you. There's some mother in here today that has a broken relationship with her children. God just sent me by to simply say to you, just do what you can do. There's some young person in here today that has not talked to your father, your mother, your family in a long time, but God sent me by to tell you that you're not responsible for how they act, but you are responsible for how you act. And there are some things that when God calls your name, you want to hear him say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. And if you want to hear God say, well done, you got to tell your neighbor, you just got to do what God tells you to do. And I know a whole lot of y'all can't shout right there because you got something sitting on your heart that won't let you shout when you know you ought to forgive some folk. But when God is moving and you hear his voice clearly, the Bible says, harden not your heart. And I don't know who I'm talking to today, but you need to get that mess off of your heart. And you need to do what God is telling you to do. You need to move like God is telling you to move. And I don't know who I'm talking to today, but there's some folk in here that need to release themselves. And the only way you get a release from yourself is learning how to do what God tells you to do.